And so whenever you are in a pastor or a congregation and you know you're getting fed good, you know you're getting fed from God, it should make you be thankful. I'm thankful that I get a word when I come to church. I'm thankful that I don't have to wonder whether pastor been praying or seeking God. The under shepherd is going to have a word. Listen, not everybody can say that in churches.
Thank you, Jesus. Hey, and let God. You gotta and let God. Don't worry about it. And let God. Cast your burden and let God. Let God do it. Let God do it. Let God do it. Let God do it. Don't worry about it. You gotta let him do it. Don't cry about it. You gotta let him do it. While you're staying up all night. While you're worried about it, you can't work it out. Let God do it. Let God do it.
Psalm 79:13. Notice what the psalmist says. So we, your people, and sheep of your pasture, will give you thanks forever. We will show forth your praise to all generations. Notice it's very personal. It's really a verse about God and his people. The relationship between God and his people. Notice in the text, his people, we are referred to as his sheep. So notice again, so we, your people, and sheep of your pasture. We don't belong in any pasture. We don't graze just anywhere. There's a certain place we belong. We are your sheep. Give thanks forever. We are your sheep. Will show forth your praise to all generations. I'm going to read it one more time. So we, your people, and sheep of your pasture. Notice this, no if, will. No if, will. This is what we're going to do. Who's going to do it? His sheep. His sheep. We will give you thanks forever. Again, we will, not if, not maybe, we will show forth your praise to all generations. Notice in the text that God's true people or his true sheep are going to give thanks forever. So the text is about thankful sheep. So based upon that, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor the subject this morning, thankful sheep. Just look at somebody and say the subject is thankful sheep. And look at one person, ask him or her, are you a thankful sheep? Amen. Come on, give him a praise for the subject. Come on. Come on, that's what he described us as. Thankful sheep. When it comes to being thankful, I want us to receive this morning that when you are thankful, you will express your appreciation or your gratitude to God. When you are truly thankful, you are going to make it your business to, listen, express your gratitude or your appreciation to God. You're going to express it. It is going to be expressed through your praise, through your worship, through your service, through your giving, and so forth. But don't miss it. True thankfulness, or when a person is truly thankful, he or she is going to express it. In other words, when a person is truly thankful, you're going to be able to see it, or there will be evidence that they are, in fact, grateful or appreciative. Now, listen, it's not just as simple as saying thank you. Because folk can say thank you with their mouth, but have something totally different going on in their heart. They simply use their mouth to say what they know was right to say, but now their heart is a different story. Come on. Even Jesus said about certain folk that these folk, they draw near to me with their mouth, but their heart is far from me. And see, when you learn to express your gratitude, there are going to be certain things, again, that you are going to do simply because you're going to allow God to know that I'm grateful for what you have already done. Listen to me. When it comes to expressing our thankfulness, there is an order. Tell somebody there's an order. There's a divine order. Tell them there's a right order in which we should be thankful. Listen to me. That right order being, when you are truly thankful, you're thankful to God, number one, for all that he has done. Come on, you're thankful for all that he has done. You're thankful, number two, for all that he's doing. And you're thankful for all that he's going to do. In other words, when you get it out of order, you'll be waiting to be thankful based upon something that needs to happen. But when you start in order, you're grateful for what God has already done. Come on here, somebody. And that's some of us. You are thankful for the things that God has already done. Can I preach it right? When you really have a testimony, a real testimony never gets old. A real testimony never gets told too much. Not a real one. Come on, I said not a real testimony. How can you tell a real testimony too much? Come on. That's the reason I never forget what God has already done. What you talking about, Pastor? Calvary? Yeah, Calvary. The whipping post? Yeah, the whipping post. All of that. But I'm grateful for what he stepped in and did in my life that's been 20-something years ago. I ain't forgot where God brought me from. Have y'all forgot? Have any of you forgot how low you was? See, that proper order is thanking God for what he's already done. Because if you ain't grateful for what he's already done, don't look for him to do nothing right now. I got any old school parents that want children to be grateful for what you've already done. Come on. See, me and you ain't going to get along if you trying to not appreciate what I've already done for you and want me to do something in the present, but fail to thank me for the last thing I did. I'm just being honest with you now, but asking for more. See, look at that order again. Check out that order again. We are thankful for what God has already done. And like the old folk used to say, or still say, because he done so much. Come on, he's already done so. Do folk get on your nerve acting like God ain't did nothing? If better ain't showed up in your life, and we've been talking about better for years, come on, you ain't got better in nothing. God ain't did nothing. Or are you too busy looking at what he's doing or has done for somebody else that you can't even see how far? See, it's bad when I know how far he brought you more than you know. Already teaching. Look at that order. We are thankful for what God has already done. Then we're thankful for what he's what? Doing. I'm thankful right now for breath that I'm breathing. In, out. Inhale. Inhale. See, don't take that for granted. Inhale. Ain't you glad the government don't own air? Ain't you glad that God's still in charge of air? You can't charge me for air. You can't tax me for air. See, I'm doing that right now. So I got to be thankful for what he's doing right now. I'm thankful for this service that's taking place right now. I'm not worried about next Sunday. Come on, I'm thankful for this service that's happening right now. I'm thankful for the ones that I'm seeing right now. I'm thankful for those that he brought you back from something. I'm thankful to see you back in the house. I'm thankful for those that are watching live. Come on, come on. I'm thankful right now. Watch, be seated. And then we move into thanking God for what he's going to do. Now, this last move is based upon trust. Because if you haven't built trust in thanking him for what he has done and what he's doing, you cannot be thankful for what he's going to do because it's based on trust. Pastor, how can we thank God and he hadn't done it yet? Again, it's based on trust. How many times have we asked a person, look, can you go tomorrow and get such and such for me? I ain't got time. Can you pick it up for me? And they say, look, no problem. I'll pick it up for you. And then you say what? Thank you. Now, they hadn't picked it up yet, but because of who you're asking to do it, you thank them because you know they're trustworthy. Now, if you can be thankful for what a human say that they're going to do, can you not be thankful for what God has said he's going to do? See, that's the reason sometimes I'm up here breaking out in a praise because God just spoke in my spirit what he's about to do. And I trust him so much, so I'm shouting about being debt free, even though I got some stuff lingering right. Come on, y'all, I thought y'all were ready. Come on, I thought you were ready. When you learn to be thankful for what he's going to do, it dries up tears. I said it dries up tears. It dries up tears. Because God will say, it ain't going to always be like this. Give me a praise right now. I'm changing this. For about 30 seconds, give him a praise. Thank him for what he has done. Thank him for what he's doing. And thank him for what he's about to do. Hallelujah. Somebody getting excited. Somebody's getting excited because God has a way. When you start thanking him for what he's done, when you start thanking him for what he's doing, he has a way of letting you know, I ain't finished with you yet. Before you be seated, tell 3, 4, God ain't finished with you yet. Tell your neighbor the reason I know it. Because he keep telling us, not just get ready, but he keep telling us, stay, 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 stay. Be seated. When you get that order right, things are going to happen for you. It's going to blow people's mind. But notice, this is an attitude. This is a behavior that is not found in everybody. It's not found in everybody. Tell your neighbor, this is an attitude or a behavior that's not found in everybody. But it should always be found in God's sheep. Listen, because we have in the church those who dress like sheep, those who look like sheep. And sometimes it's hard to tell a sheep from a goat. See, when God bless you and you don't thank him, you go. I said, you go. But true sheep manifest who they are by being thankful no matter what. See, that proves that I'm his sheep. Because I'm thankful for what he has done, what he's doing, and what he's. But when you come to church and you don't praise, you don't clap, you don't dance, you don't sing, you don't worship because of what you're going through, or because something is not going the way you want it to go. See, you ain't sheep. Because sheep gonna manifest a certain type behavior. You gonna know when you're around some goats. Come on. Because goats love to complain. Come on, I said goats love to complain. But as sheep, there are certain things that he do for us. As the great shepherd, as the good shepherd, that I know about my shepherd, that he's going to do certain things for me because I am his sheep. Are y'all with me before I give you these three things and be finished? Let's notice the book of Genesis. Remember, we're talking about God's sheep. Something is revealed in Genesis 29 about sheep. In verse 7. Then he said, look, it is still high day. It is not time for the cattle to be gathered together. This is what I want you to see about sheep. Water the sheep, go and feed them. God feeds his sheep. God feeds his sheep. God does not want his sheep to be malnourished. He does not want his sheep to lack what they need in order to grow or to mature. So he feeds his sheep. Why am I so thankful to God? I'm thankful because he feeds me. And according to Jeremiah 3:15, he feeds his sheep with knowledge and understanding. Hear me this morning. But there are some sheep who do not have a shepherd. Therefore, they're malnourished or not being fed properly because the shepherd isn't doing what he or she needs to do. And so whenever you are in a pastor or a congregation and you know you're getting fed good, you know you're getting fed from God, it should make you be thankful. I'm thankful that I get a word when I come to church. I'm thankful that I don't have to wonder whether pastor been praying or seeking God. The under shepherd is going to have a word. Listen, not everybody can say that in churches. Not everybody can say that. Come on. A lot of folk now when they go to church, all they getting is jokes. You feeling me? We got a lot to be thankful for because God, he speaks to us. He feeds us. Come on. Now, number two, I want you to receive. Saints are malnourished because they refuse to eat. Come on. See, the great shepherd is going to feed us, but we have to eat. Listen carefully. But when, like it is in the natural, sometimes it's so in the spiritual. When you're battling sometimes, you don't want to eat. Come on. Anybody ever battled in your body and you just didn't feel like eating? But eating is what you needed to do in order to get stronger. I come to tell somebody that you have to know how to go through stuff but keep eating. Pastor, I'm in a trial, but I'm eating. Pastor, I'm hurting, but I'm eating. Come on. And when you learn to eat, you will make it through things that kill other people. You'll make it through things that cause others to give up, lay down, quit, play dead, roll over. Come on. Only reason I made it through certain things because I never stopped eating. Come on. I said I never stop eating. And see, we can be thankful because God knows that we need feeding. You know what he know about every one of us? What we're going through. That's when God send folk to this church sometimes that I don't even know. Don't have no idea what they're going through. Yet they know when they get here, he's speaking to me through the under shepherd. Where would we be if God wasn't feeding us? Listen, not giving us at times the very thing that we want. Come on, but he's picking and choosing what needs to be put on the table. No, she gonna have to change her attitude before I bless her. So you got to go out there and deal with them nasty attitudes. No, I ain't doing nothing else until she stop complaining. You got to go out there and let him know that I'm hearing his unjust complaints. See, God feeds his sheep. The more thankful we are, the more he feeds us. Listen, which causes us to grow or to mature. Listen, you know the reason some of you, the things you're going through right now, the reason some of you are being able to handle it the way you are, when you know this time last year or 3 years ago, you would have completely fallen apart. You know why? God is feeding you. Come on. The reason what your enemies are doing is not getting on your nerves. It's not causing you to want to fight. It's not causing you to want to curse them out. God feeding you. Come on. He's feeding. God, I wish somebody give him a prayer. He's feeding us. Do y'all hear what I keep saying? He's feeding us. He's feeding. Why? Because at the end of the day, you ain't the only one go through stuff. I go through things. I battle things. But I don't just come here as a feeder only. Come on, I come here as an eater. Eating first what I feed. You know how important that is? That I eat first. Now, even in the natural, and I got to move on, I don't want to eat everything that a person prepares, and they don't want to eat any of it. There's certain stuff my wife cooked for me. Sometimes she know she don't really like it. She's doing it because I like it. I get that. She's not going to eat that. But you done fix yourself, go down and you ain't eating nothing. You don't want your own cooking. I'm telling you, beware of people, natural and spiritual, who don't eat their own food. We need to be fed. We need to be fed. And you have to learn to eat when you're battling, when you're going through things. Come on, some of our biggest breakthroughs came when we was battling, but we pressed our way. And God gave us exactly what we needed. Come on, don't ever let the fact that what you're going through stop you from eating. Am I right about that? 1 Samuel 17, verse 34. Watch this. But David said to Saul, your servant used to keep his father's sheep. When a lion or bear came and took a lamb out of the flock, I went out after it and struck it I delivered the lamb from his mouth. And when it arose against me, I caught it by his beard. I struck and I killed it. God gives his sheep deliverance. Give his sheep. He knows his sheep need deliverance. So we are thankful sheep because God delivers or he protects us. Come on. That's one reason I'm a thankful sheep, because I can't even count the number of times that God has delivered me or protected me. Come on. Come on. Can we be honest? And it wasn't a lion that grabbed me. Wasn't a bear that grabbed me. It wasn't a lion that got you. It wasn't a bear that grabbed you. It was depression that grabbed you. It was poverty that grabbed you. It was stress that grabbed you. Come on, somebody. But God, because you are his thankful sheep, he delivered you. He delivered you from what had you. Come on. He delivered you from what was trying to kill you. He delivered you from what was trying to take you out. He delivered you from what was trying to ruin your life. He delivered you from what was trying to sabotage the better that he had in store for you. See, I'm forever a thankful sheep, because at the end of the day, God never allows my enemy to do more to me than what he has permitted, ordained, or allowed. Therefore, I am thankful that his arms are not too short that he cannot save. Come on. The battles we win are primarily because he fights for us. That's when he told, he said, don't think it's by your might. Don't think it was your strength. Come on. Don't think it was all your intelligence. I'm preaching right. Don't think you all that great. Don't you get it mixed up? I rescued you. I delivered you. I protected you. God protect us from folk that smile in our face. Come on, but can't stand us. Pastor, I'm glad I ain't got no people like that. You got them, you just ain't even recognize. And it's hard sometimes to recognize them because they smiling so much.
Thank you for watching A Word for Deliverance with Pastor Leonard Cochran of A Place of Refuge, Noonan. A Place of Refuge is located at 10 Fisher Alley in the city of Noonan, Georgia. If you would like to visit us, our worship times are every Sunday at 10:15 a.m. and Wednesdays at 7:15 p.m. To order today's message on CD, please call the church office at 770-252-3855 and reference the order number on the screen.